I'm a college professor. I'm Dr. Gypsy. Actually true, too. I know, when you look at me, you think, that bitch is a college professor. Totally knew that. My students have the same reaction, and I like to have fun with that. Every semester before it starts, I hang out in the hall, hang out with them. I'm like, so, what have you heard about her? I think she's going to be a bitch. Have you heard she's a bitch? Yeah, I thought so. And then I go in and freak them out. Usually the people I talk to first withdraw before it even starts. And I teach sociology and gender studies. And that's a hard issue for a lot of people. People don't like to talk about race or racism or things like that. And they don't like to talk about sex or sexism. And the one that makes them the most uncomfortable is when we talk about procreation, menstruation, that sort of thing. For example, how many women here are bleeding right now? By that I mean your vagina is leaking blood. Nobody? Because statistically, at least one of you has a tampon inside you or a pad in your panties. Maybe you don't understand what I meant. Bleeding. Your uterine lining is shedding into your underwear. Okay, we're clear? Well, see, the problem with that is women don't like to admit that, like you did something. And we talk about it in the most fucked up, desensitized ways, right? I got my period. Like, what'd you do, go to fucking Walgreens and pick it up in aisle 12? Bitch, you're born with every egg you're ever gonna have. But we're still freaked out by it, right? I remember when I met my ex-husband, who's my ex for more reasons than just this, that was easy to say. When I'd get my period, he'd say, oh, so you're broken? Really? What a fucking pig. But that's the attitude we have, right? Menstrual blood. When I was in middle school, all the women I know, or knew, wouldn't use super tampons. They'd be like, oh, I only use slender regular. Like somehow the bigger tampon meant you're a whore. You don't want a big one in there. And I think about if men had their periods, they'd all use super tampons, super plus tampons. And they'd be like, I change my shit hourly. I got clots. You got clots, bitch, I got endometriosis and all that shit. Guys would brag about it, like it was something to be proud of, but not women. And think about the porn industry. You ever see a woman bleeding in the porn industry? You go, that's nasty. Oh, really? Because male procreative fluid is just great.